In a small town filled with art and music, Sarah and Jake met in a cozy cafe. Jake played the piano while Sarah sketched in her notebook. Their connection was instant, as if their hearts recognized each other. They spent hours sharing dreams and laughter, enjoying each other's creativity. The cafe became their favorite spot, where they felt safe and inspired. As their love grew, so did their dreams. They decided to create an art studio together. With bright colors and cozy corners, it was a place where children could explore their creativity. They filled it with musical instruments and art supplies, ready to inspire young artists. But they learned that not all ideas come without challenges. Sometimes they disagreed on how to run the studio, and it was important for them to communicate openly. They began recognizing the warning signs of frustration and made sure to talk things through. As the studio flourished, Sarah and Jake dreamed of starting a family. They felt a strong desire to adopt and give a loving home to a child in need. After a long journey, they welcomed a spirited little girl named Mia into their lives. Mia's love for art lit up their home, and the studio became a lively space of laughter and creativity. They faced new challenges as parents, learning to navigate toddler tantrums and the chaos of family life. Sometimes their differences in parenting styles created tension, but they always made time to listen and understand each other. As Mia grew, Sarah and Jake wanted to show her the world. They planned adventures to different countries, immersing themselves in new cultures and learning experiences. Each trip brought challenges, like managing travel plans and keeping Mia entertained. But they soon realized that tackling these challenges together strengthened their bond. During their travels, they discovered the beauty of different art forms from around the world, which they brought back to their studio to share with others. Years later, Sarah, Jake, and Mia stood proudly in their bustling art studio, now a second home for many children in the community. They realized that the love they built together became a foundation for the community they dreamed of. By nurturing creativity and encouraging others, they created a legacy that would outlast them. They learned that love is about growth, understanding, and working together. Every challenge became a brushstroke in their colorful life, making their story beautiful and unique. One chilly afternoon, dark clouds gathered over the small town. Inside the studio, the atmosphere felt heavy. Sarah and Jake had been arguing more than usual, trying to balance the demands of the studio, the needs of Mia, and their own desires. Stress was taking its toll, and the joy that once filled their hearts seemed dimmed. During one particularly stormy evening, they had a disagreement that escalated into hurtful words. Struggling through the tension, they realized that they were failing to communicate openly about their feelings. After the storm had passed, Sarah sat down with Jake and suggested they work on understanding each other better, emphasizing the importance of being vulnerable with one another during tough times. The next day, the sun broke through the clouds. Sarah prepared their favorite herbal tea, and they sat together in their cozy corner of the studio. They opened up about their fears, dreams, and the pressures they felt. Jake shared how overwhelmed he had been with managing the studio while feeling like he wasn't around enough for Mia. Sarah admitted she felt lost between her roles as a mother and an artist, giving her so much to juggle. As they spoke, they listened deeply to each other's perspectives. They made a pact to prioritize honest communication and carve out time just for each other, away from responsibilities, to reconnect and refresh their bond. With new intentions guiding their relationship, Sarah and Jake planned monthly date nights. They would revisit that charming cafe where they first met. They realized that nurturing their relationship was essential for their family's happiness. On one such date night, they shared laughter over pasta while reminiscing about their first dates. The memories sparked a warm glow in their hearts, reminding them of their initial connection. They committed to dreaming together again, discussing their hopes for the studio and how to expand their community outreach. As the seasons changed, so did their studio. Inspired by their renewed bond, they organized a community art fair, inviting families to join in the creative fun. The fair blossomed into an exciting event that showcased local talents, with laughter and joy spilling out into the streets. Mia, now older and more confident, took charge of a booth for children to paint their favorite animals. Seeing her parents come together made her heart swell with pride. Sarah and Jake noticed their passion for art reflected in the kids they taught, reinforcing their commitment to creativity and community. Years passed, and the art studio became a beloved landmark in their town. Sarah and Jake witnessed the growth not only in their community, but also in their relationship. They learned to embrace the ups and downs, to communicate openly, and to accept each other's vulnerabilities. With Mia growing into a strong, creative young woman, they knew it was essential to pass down the lessons they had learned about love, resilience, and understanding, painting their family legacy with vitality and compassion. Now they sat together under the mural created by children from their studio at a special event honoring the support of local families. Jake held Sarah's hand and smiled. They knew that through storms and sunshine, their love had created a colorful tapestry that inspired others. As the studio thrived, Sarah and Jake were approached by a nonprofit organization that needed their help. The organization wanted to launch a program for underprivileged children to explore their creativity through art. While both were passionate about this cause, they also felt apprehensive about the extra workload it could bring. The couple sat together on the studio sofa, weighing the pros and cons. Jake expressed concern about stretching their resources too thin while balancing the studio and family. Sarah reminded him of how much joy art had brought to their lives, and how their own experiences could ignite passion in those children. After a thoughtful conversation, they decided to take the plunge. They'd enlist volunteers from the community and bring in some of their young artists to help teach the children. The first class of the new program was a whirlwind of energy and enthusiasm. Children from all backgrounds filled the studio, their faces alight with excitement. The air was filled with laughter, chatter, and the sound of brushes dancing on canvases. Sarah found herself drawn to a shy girl named Lily, who hesitated to express herself. She sat beside her, offering guidance and encouragement. Jake worked with a group of boys eager to experiment with splashes of paint, guiding them through techniques and inspiring their creativity. As the day passed, Sarah watched Lily transform from timid to radiant as she painted a bright, colorful landscape. By the end of the session, she approached Sarah, beaming with pride. "I didn't think I could do this," she said, her eyes sparkling. "Thank you." At the end of the program, they organized an exhibition to showcase the children's artwork. The studio was filled with parents, teachers, and community members eager to see the fruits of their hard work. Art that was once just colors on canvas transformed into expressions of joy, struggle, and love. Sarah and Jake stood together, watching the parents beam with pride and the children gather around, eagerly talking about their pieces. The atmosphere was electric with creativity, and they knew they had made the right choice in opening their doors to these young artists. As the evening unfolded, they received heartwarming feedback from attendees who appreciated the initiative and expressed interest in supporting it further. Their community was coming together, linked by a shared passion for art and creativity. After the exhibition, Sarah and Jake took a moment to reflect on their journey. They had faced challenges, but together they had grown, both individually and as partners. They realized that through art, they had nurtured not just their relationship, but had fostered love and connection within their community. As they sat contemplating the stars, Jake took Sarah's hand and said, "We have built something special together, haven't we? Not just in our family, but for others too." Sarah smiled, feeling a sense of fulfillment wash over her. They had not only created a vibrant studio, but they had also sown seeds of creativity in the hearts of many. As they moved forward, Sarah and Jake decided to expand the program, reaching out to local schools for partnerships, offering more art classes, and hosting community events. Mia showed great interest in helping with the younger children, stepping into the role of mentor herself. This new venture became a family mission where they not only focused on nurturing creativity, but also instilled values of generosity, kindness, and community involvement in Mia. The studio transformed into a safe haven for children to explore and express their emotions through art, creating a ripple effect of positivity in the town. Every evening, as the sun set and the skies painted in brilliant hues, they would stand outside their studio, hand in hand, envisioning the bright future ahead. Their story encapsulated the beauty of love, partnership, and community, reminding us that creativity has the power to bind together diverse lives. Like a painting, life is made of bold strokes and soft hues, each contributing to the larger canvas we create day by day. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and continue to add color to the lives around you. Love deeply, give freely, and watch as your masterpiece unfolds.